Good morning. We are wrapping up our unit on probability and data management. So we've looked at a lot of different ways that you can organize information. And the last one being circle graphs. We are skipping a few pages about circle graphs, and then we're going to look at comparing the different types of graphs and ways of organizing data. And then what we're moving into, which I'm talking about today in this video, is doing a census or taking a sample size of information. So I don't know if any of you have ever done a survey before, but I actually used to work at a call center where I called people and asked them surveys. And I really enjoyed doing surveys. I don't really enjoy calling people on the phone very much, but I enjoy taking surveys, and whenever someone calls me, I always answer them. It's kind of fun. It's like a quiz. And anyway, so sometimes we want to find out information, like sometimes the government will do a census and they will ask every single person in the whole country some information. The government does not do this very often in Canada, and you can probably imagine why. It's very expensive. It's a lot of work. Can you imagine organizing all that information for more than 30 million people? So that's not something that the government is going to do every year, but it would get you very accurate information. On the other hand, if you wanted to find out what is someone's favorite movie, like what kinds of movies do people like, you don't have to ask everyone in the country, but if you ask some people from each province and some people from each age group, you can figure out roughly what people's favorite movies are without ever having to ask every single person. Okay, so I'm going to use some bread tags here, and I'm going to imagine that each bread tag represents one person, and what we're going to try to find out is if you did a survey of people in Sydney and asked them, do you think we should build a new library, then you could get a rough estimate of what people really thought. You couldn't ask everyone in Sydney. It would be too difficult to get a hold of every single person, but we really don't need to. Now, if you asked only 5 people, that wouldn't be representative, so that would show bias. That would be bias. Or if you went to the bookstore and you asked people there, should we build a new library? People there would probably say yes, because they really like books. But you need to ask kind of a random group of people, and also a large enough group of people so that your information is accurate. So I'm going to show you that with these bread tags. So I've got these tags, and I'm going to assume we're going to group these into 2 groups. So one group is white and the other group is all of the other colors, okay? And I'm going to say that the white bread tags represent the people who want a new library, and then the colorful ones are people who do not want to build a new library. Now, this would be easy for me to just count these right now. But let's say that it was so big that we just couldn't count them. It was too much work to count all of those. So what we want to do is just take out a few of them randomly. I've got these all mixed in. We'll take out a few randomly and see how many people want a library and how many people don't want a library. So there's 50 tags in here altogether. Let's take out 10 and see how the numbers compare. Okay, so 1, 2, so 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so this looks like 50% want a library and 50% do not want a library. So I'm going to write this down on my board here, and then I'll pull that up after. So 50 to 50. Okay, so I'll put that off to the side here, and then we'll get some more. So we'll pull out another 10 and we'll see what happens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, and this one it's 6-4, so that's a 60-40 split. Okay, so if we went by just the first 10, we would say we really can't decide, it's 50-50. Now, if we went only by the second group of 10, we would say yes, definitely, well, not definitely, but yes, it looks like we should build a library. Let's pull out another 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, wow. So this is 9 to 1. So 90 to 10%. So this is overwhelming that we should build a library. So 9 people out of every 10. So if we only asked 10 people and 9 of them said yes and 1 said no, that is not very representative, is it? We don't know what the number is so far, but out of 3 groups of 10, we've gotten 50-50, 60-40, and 90-10. This is all very random. Okay, so let's see what I get next here. Actually, I'll move those out of the way. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oop. 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, we have another different one. So we have 80 to 20. Okay, so you can see having a small sample size, so just 10 at a time, doesn't produce the same results every time. We've done this 4 times, and every single time it's been different. So let's see what we get this last time, because I only have 10 left in here. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wow, that is interesting. So this time we have 70-30. So every single time it's been different. That's pretty interesting. So we've had, I'll show you here. Okay, so we have had 50-50, so 5 and 5, 60-40, 90-10, 80 and 20, 70 and 30. So each time there have been more white ones or it's been even. So I think you can clearly say that more people do want a library, but it's been, when we've had these small sample sizes, it doesn't come up with something accurate. So now what we need to do is add up all of these and see what is the actual percentage of these bread tags. So I will tell you, there were 35 white bread tags and 15 colored ones. So that's out of 50. So 35 to 15. So if that's out of 50, so if we want to make that out of 100, we'll double these. So that would be 70 to 30. So let's see. Oh, so we did get one of those, but this one was too high, too high, too low, too low. So 2 groups of too high and 2 groups of too low. But if we added all of these groups together and averaged them out, we would have gotten 70 to 30. So if you have a large enough sample size, a large sample of people that you're asking, then you will get quite close to the accurate information. If you have a really small sample, then it's not likely that you'll have accurate information. Okay? And we talked about census. So a census is asking every single person, and a sample is just asking a small amount of people. But your sample size has to be big enough for it to actually be accurate. Otherwise, what you have is bias. So you don't want to be biased, because then your information is not accurate. And if you don't have good information, then it's really not worth anything. So as I said, we are wrapping up this unit, and I'm going to assign some work for you, and I'm going to give you several days to finish it. And this will be, instead of a test at the end of this unit, you'll be wrapping up with this assignment. So let me know what questions you have, and I'll post which numbers you have to do for your assignment. So have a great day and a great long weekend. Don't forget there is no school on Monday, and you should try to stay off your screens. Hopefully it'll be nice outside.